And then last thing we got to talk about, as always with every week, transfer portal chaos. And so it has not been as chaotic, but because we're getting long-winded here and we want to make sure we wrap this up in a timely fashion too.
Indeed.
So here's the news. Players that are leaving North Carolina. You have Gavin Blackwell. He's going to Florida State. Michael Short, linebacker. He's going to Virginia Tech. And Zach Rice, our co-host's cousin, supposedly. He is offensive tackle. He is going to Syracuse. Now, first things first, why are all of y'all going to the ACC teams?
Probably to prove a point.
That'd
be why I do it.
True. Now, following that, these are the individuals who have entered the transfer portal but do not have a team yet. Amari Campbell still looking for a home. Rodney Laura still looking for a home. Same with Ryan Ward, Curtis Simpson, Adam Samaha, Malik Harmick, and Liam Boyd are also looking for homes. But we got two new ones coming in. And Ja'Kai Moore, the offensive lineman coming from South Carolina, and Christian Dunbar Hawkins, the safety out of UCLA, is coming over here.
Now, I don't know if we talked about this one last week or not, but there's also a defensive lineman that came in.
Who, DeAndre Robinson?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we talked about him last week.
Yeah, we talked about him. Yeah, we talked about him. From Florida?
Yeah.
And then you got Jordan. Because you got him, Willow Stein, Jordan Hall are some names.
Yeah, so got Kai Moore, Christian Dunbar Hawkins, Isaiah Johnson, DeAndre Robinson, Joseph Mapoyi, and Jordan Hall. Now, there are two visits that came along recently as well. So you have four-star linebacker of the 2027 class, Jalathan Mayfield, came in for a visit. He was on or Jalathan J.J. Mayfield came in this offseason for a visit. Then we're also hosting Jonathan Ogumadu from Oklahoma State is coming to visit on Wednesday.
Ooh.
So 6'2", 215 pounder, has all 4 years of eligibility remaining.
Nice.
He said signing with Oklahoma State as part of the 2024 class. He appeared in 4 games this past season and was redshirted. So he's coming straight off redshirt. Fresh dude, like fresh everything.
And then you got these 4 people who actually are returning to UNC because they have withdrawn their transfers, or 5 people. Ty Adams, cornerback, wide receiver Kobe Paysauer, offensive lineman Aiden Banfield and Austin Blask, as well as running back Caleb Hood.
I'm glad Caleb Hood came back because I feel like he's gonna add to the running back competition for sure, and I see him getting starter reps, to be honest.
Facts. And also, I've gone through the roster. I found them this week for birthdays. Got to get out our birthday shout outs for this week. So, first things first, happy birthday to wide receiver Paul Phillips II. Paul Billups II. His birthday was on Sunday, so happy birthday, Paul. Tomorrow, Khalil Conley, DB. His birthday is tomorrow, so y'all make sure to wish him a happy birthday if you see him on campus or anything like that. And then on Saturday, Damon June. His birthday will be, I'm not going to call you Demon. I'm going to call you Damon until you tell me otherwise.
Demon
June. But those are our birthdays for this week. And now we are speaking on our Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Would you like to go first, my friend?
I went first last week, so it is your turn.
It is my turn? Okay. All right. Give me the solo.
Bam.
All right. My Tar Heel takeaway of the week. For all of you who are running these teams' social media programs, social media websites, get these players' birthdays. Do you understand how much work I had to go through to find these players? And about a quarter of these players do not have their birthdays on there. Y'all got everything else. Y'all got all their stats. You got their parents' info. You got their brothers and sisters' information. You got the height. You got the weight. You got the hometown. You got the high school. You got everything but the birthday, bro. And it's sickening because it's not even consistent. Because I'm sitting here thinking, oh, it's just the transfers of the new kids. No, I seen one new kid ain't played a game all season. His birthday's there. But then I see a 4-year senior who has a number of reps, accolades to the brim, and his birthday's not even available. And it's not just North Carolina. It's all you websites. It's all of you. Florida, Georgia, ECU, Eastern Illinois, Penn State, Ohio State, all of you. Do better. You are the social media team for a reason. It don't cost you 2 seconds just to ask the player, hey, what's your name? Where you from? When's your birthday? Height, weight, and then you get the rest of the bio stuff. I'm sick of it. Damn. Like, I'm mad, bro. I went combing through all of that, and not getting every player's birthday pissed me off because it's simple information. It's a kid's birthday. I know I liked it when my birthday was up on the church pew, up on the church announcements when it was time. I think these players would like to know their birthday's there and that, hey, they'll get some love from somebody on social media, even if they're having a bad day. So come on now. Dang. Yeah, that one was sitting on my soul.
I could tell.
Oh boy.
I could tell. All right then. Parents of working age teenagers and up, teach your kids the importance of what a contract is. Tell your kids the importance of making sure that if you give somebody your word on something, that you stick to that. Because if you don't, you lose credibility. You lose trust with whoever you're dealing with. If you're going to go and write your name on a contract, unless you have read it and realized that that what you can do to get out of it, don't sign stuff and just think that, oh, I can go ahead and dip. No, you can't dip. You know why you can't dip? Because we own you. We own you in litigation. Can you afford a lawyer? Nah. You know why you can't afford a lawyer? Because mommy and daddy can't afford a lawyer. I don't give a damn how much money you making out here. You can make $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. But guess what? Until you go and you get a lawyer that can read through that contract, it's like, let's see here. The easiest way to get out of this is by not. Easiest way to do it is by not. If you, and this is also talk about not just your kids knowing the importance of what a contract is. And that's both verbal, written, and whatever it is. Learn the importance of what your word is to anything socially. Because if you are going to go out here and tell somebody you're going to do something, or you're going to be somewhere, or you're going to see something, or you're going to do this, do that, do this, make sure you follow it up. Make sure you are that person that is reliable enough that if you say you're going to be somewhere, you're going to be somewhere. If you're going to sign a contract for somewhere, then you're going to uphold the contract. Same thing with your lease. When you go out and sign a lease to an apartment, guess what? They expect you to continue to pay your money every month. If you don't pay that money, they can act that part of that lease contract and kick you on up out of there. If you want to break the lease early, guess what they ask you to do? They ask you to pay up. Pay the money up before you go. You ain't about to just dip up out of here and we ain't gonna get nothing out you. Sure, they might agree and prorate a little bit of it and be like, all right, as long as you pay up until this point, we'll let you go. But if they don't want to do that, guess what? You're going to be in that apartment for another year until your lease come up. Respect the contracts you sign. Read your contracts. Make sure you ain't out here getting blindsided because you don't give a fuck about phonics. Read.
The fact that for the second time in 3 weeks, reading has been a fundamental thing we have with these. Reading is fundamental. Reading is essential.
Reading is
exactly. Come on now.
You ain't gotta be great at it. You ain't got to be great at it.
You ain't got to read 100 books, but read a book this year, bro.
Hell, you ain't even got to read a book. Read several news articles. Read something. Read literature of some sort.
But guys, that is another episode of the North Carolina Tar Heels Live podcast. And my co-host Ricebox, say goodbye to the people. Tell them what you need them to know. Say goodbye. Give your outro.
Oh, first off, what's good, Jackson? How you doing?
What's up,
How you
What's up,
Hope life
Jackson?
is good for you. Appreciate you for showing up. But y'all need to go out there, be safe. World is wild. We ain't got time for a whole bunch of nonsense. Sometimes it's okay not to be the bigger person. Sometimes you got to crash out. Other times, don't crash out if it's going to affect your pocket, though. Don't do that.
This man justified a crash out. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. And with that being said, I'm gonna tell you right now, as a responsible party, I low-key co-sign with the message. I'm not against it. But please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you always are prepared for when we do these podcasts. And y'all can join in, comment, leave a note, and everything like that. Tell your friends.
Tell them, Jackson.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
All right.
Share with the cash at Walmart about the magic that Myron and Joe bring Tuesday nights here at Tar Heels Live in North Carolina at the voice of college football.
Y'all heard Jackson. Y'all heard him. Spread the word, man.
Tell that cashier at Family Dollar that you sit there and hold up for 15 minutes telling them about your week because you feel bad. Tell them about it.
But we will be back. Hey,
she don't care about football, but you'll listen.
But guys, y'all know the deal. Every Tuesday, join us here. It'll be a little late, 9:10, 9:15 next week and the week after that. But after that, we'll be back on 9 on the dot. That'll be a thing. Just a little bit of schedule conflict, but we're still here, 9:15. Be prepared, be ready, and we'll be here. But we love y'all. We take care. Peace, Tar Heel Nation. We out of here.
Hit the button.